Growing up before knowing the outside world, a young child named Guy Cleroux would sit, listen, and respect his elders and neighbors. Guy's parents had lost 3 of his siblings in a house fire a stone throw away from where he was born 2 years after the fire. Life was tough and the family lived there till Guy was 7. So from there, Guy was being prepared for school. Many of the relatives and friends who would come to the house would sympathize with Guy's parents for the loss of the 2 daughters and a son due to the fire. Guy's father was heavy on drinking and very unpredictable. However, for Guy, his father was his hero for saving Guy's brother from the fire. From the very young age of 4, Guy always wanted to support and comfort his father. So he would try to stand tall, never letting his fears known and trying to take on his father's pain. Guy's fears were realized when he was sent off to school for the first time. He remembered his older brother coming home from school and scared to go the next day because some kids had bullied him.
I'm looking at my brother, I'm thinking, I'm not going to be weak like him. People are not going to pick on me. But already I'm wearing glasses around the house.
Guy, who always stood tall, found out in school just how cruel life could be if you take things too personally.
So they used to make fun of me when I wore my glasses.
To avoid being teased, Guy decided not to wear his glasses.
My parents made sure I had my glasses when I left for school, but on the way to school, they ended up in my school bag.
But he couldn't read one word off the blackboard, so right there was the beginning of his downfall.
So I became the class clown, instead of reading, I would make comments where it was for sure that, I would be put at the back of the class or the front of the class.
He wasn't cool. But Guy liked the compliments his dad, his friends, and family gave him. He was a tough one, they would say. However, for school...
And they think now I have a problem. Anyway, so from grade 3 now, the following year I'm back in school, and I'm in special classes. So anyways, I went through my class helping the teacher, and she fell my grade. From there, for sure, I got involved with the wrong crowd, After school, I started meeting some of the bullies. Some of the bullies were like, hey, because some of these kids were in my class. Hey, come with us, and smoking cigarettes, smoking joints, started sniffing glue, So there was the people that were advanced that I looked up to. And I caught up to them I caught up to them and beyond.
All that got him was a free ticket to what would be known as Guy's life of faults and shame. Drugs, jail, losing his 3 boys to crown wardship because of addiction issues, hospitalizations, and coming close to dying.
The cocaine was killing me. This is me in the hospital. I went from 186, weighing 186 pounds of muscles to 136 pounds after my first operation. A PASS meeting with staff from PQ Community Health Center and participation in a training program supported by the United Way, Ottawa, helped Guy find purpose in life. Today, I'm a totally changed man because I saw through that program that I could make a difference in my community. It connected him to the new ways of beautifying the way Guy values his life. I wanted that, I wanted to go around and be part of a group of people that could use stories like mine, to empower people, to show them, that it's never too late. Along the way, he has taken on volunteer work in his neighborhood, connecting people to the people and always ready to help and treat others with respect. When Guy Cleroux began to volunteer his time, he didn't expect that his efforts would soon not only transform his life, but would also engage new volunteers. And together they would play a key role in shaping a brighter future for the Regina Towers neighborhood. A truly committed community volunteer, Guy hits the community lounge at Regina Towers every day to engage more residents and work on community priority initiatives. Helping that one person when I'm having a bad day, wow, it makes a big difference in my life. Guy, who faced several challenges in personal life, is determined to improve life in the neighborhood he lives in. Guy's life has been radically, wonderfully, and permanently changed by the training program that builds residents' skills to contribute to their neighborhoods.
I don't have my kids with me, but just being able to help others and things like that, it feels like I'm serving that duty, that fatherly duty.
Guy's greatest victory is beyond his personal life. It is the respect coming from the residents who love him for the contribution to the community and the inspiration he brings for others.
Guy, who transformed not only his own personal life, despite the many challenges that he faced on his journey and his road in his life, he transformed not only himself, he got volunteered in his community, he gave back, he helped create activities and initiatives, got others involved, and really created a life-changing impact in one neighborhood in our catchment area.
We have Guy, who is a fantastic worker out in the garden. He had a lot of issues, both him and Joanne are fantastic. They are a real bonus to the community.
So he seems to have turned around, and he's a more positive person. And same thing with Joanne. It's like she's very outgoing as far as helping people, creating an environment for everybody to come together. And the two of them make a great team for the morale, so to speak. So it's encouraging to see that.
I've seen a big improvement. They've made a difference in the community.
His life completely. He turned it around like 100 degrees, and actually he's the one that took the lead on doing the gardens and all that. And then people see him do it, so hey, you know what? He can change it. Guess what? Everybody got involved in it.
He's come a long way. His story is pretty cool. He went from bottom slowly to the top and finally made it to a good spot in his life, and it's phenomenal. The change is phenomenal with him.
Guy's achievement in personal life, from being submerged by seemingly insurmountable challenges to rising to a level to receive a bravery medal from the Governor General, and the work for his neighborhood is an inspiring example of how the power of a single individual motivates so many others into volunteering and making their fellow residents feel belong to their community.
At the time when I first moved in, it just seemed like there was a lot of cliques, little groups of people. Nobody was really socializing. There was no big events going on here. As time went by little, we became a tighter unit here. So now, only after 4 years, I find that it's like there's a team spirit, there's concern and look out for other people.
So yeah, it's just it's such a switch around from the gloom and doom to bright and happy, and everybody's getting along a lot better than what they used to. They couldn't pass in the hallway without chittering and chattering at each other. And now it's good morning, how are you? It's really nice to see.
The community is getting together, and that they're not saying, "Oh, that building's bad" or this or that. They're actually saying, "What a great job."
It's changed my life in a big way.
That's good.
And made me feel more a part of the community. But the volunteers have had a lot to do with it because they're so warm and kind and thoughtful, and they're really concerned about every tenant and makes them feel at home. It's more like home now. This is where I plan on dying. It's my home. For the first time in my life, I feel safe. Everyone's looking out for each other.